And I am so glad you are here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button down below. Click on that little bell so that you don't miss out on any great videos that we have coming down the pipeline. Today we are going to be talking about Valentine's Day and how we put together like a day-long or week-long unit study based on holidays. So I am a huge fan of holidays. I decorate for every holiday, always have. I try to make it special. This year, I am focusing a little bit more on Valentine's Day than I would normally. My kids attended public school previously and are now homeschooling, and so they have these great memories and experiences of class parties and handing out Valentines and all these wonderful things, and I really want to give them that same feeling that they had in the past, but here at home. And with everything that's going on in the world right now, not going to be able to see a lot of friends and things like that, so I wanted to make it extra special. So one of the ways that I'm doing that is, I've got some notes here, just so you know, that's what I'm looking down at when I look down. One of the ways I'm doing that is setting goals. So what do I want Valentine's Day to look like? What are my goals for putting together this special homeschool Valentine's Day? Goal number one is to make it special, like I talked about before. Goal number two is to have them learning on that day. So I'm sure we all remember Valentine's Day parties in public school. If you went to public school, not a lot of learning happened that day. The teachers tried their best to keep everybody from getting the candy shakes, but we were all just anxiously awaiting the class party. So I want the whole day to feel like a class party, but I want there to also be some learning, and maybe not necessarily learning new things, but I kind of want to use it as a day to review and just kind of go over some things that as we've been chugging along through our curriculum, we might want to circle back to and just cover again. And Valentine's Day is a great day to do that because there's lots of different printables online and things like that that we can use to supplement our curriculum. And my third goal is to spread love and give encouragement. I want to give encouragement to my children. I want to show love in that form. And I want to encourage them then to share love with others. So let me go ahead and dive into how we're going to do that, how we're going to accomplish those three goals. The first goal is by decorating. So as you can see behind me, I've got some little decorations up here. I have decorations on my credenza in my foyer where we keep our library book basket. I like to keep them all in one spot there so that they don't wander out throughout the house and then we're desperately looking and trying to remember which books belong to the library and which ones are ours. So I've got that little area set up, and I've got just little touches throughout the house. A little sign here, some little, fake pink roses here. You can see there's some little pink roses there, and on my chalk bin over there. So decorating is really important to me because it helps build up anticipation. I decorate about a month before each holiday because if you're not leaving it up for the whole month, it kind of feels almost like a waste of money buying the decorations and a waste of time putting them up and taking them down, but mostly because it builds anticipation. So I don't know if you guys have ever done like a big vacation, like a Disney trip. We love Disney. We've only been twice, and each time we start planning a year in advance, and we put up a little countdown, and we count down the days. Like once a week I'll update it how many days or weeks until Disneyland, and we talk about it, and we plan out where we're going to eat and what's your one ride that you just gotta do when we go. And doing that makes the vacation seem like it lasts the whole year. It just kind of builds that, and it gives you more bang for your buck, I feel like. So I like to get the decorations up early, start that anticipation going, and build that excitement, that kind of fizzle or sizzle leading up to the day. So another thing about Valentine's Day that I love with the decorations is it kind of fills in the void post-Christmas. So I go a little bit over the top for Christmas. Like I said, I love holidays. But once it all comes down, the house seems so bare. I mean, it seems a lot cleaner. Like, it's definitely a lot more open surfaces and spaces, but it kind of feels a little cold in the January month. It really feels good to warm up the house with all of these pretty pinks and reds, and just kind of add a little bit of cheeriness to like the winter gloom that can be looming outside. And then the last thing is, pink is a calming color. I did not know this. This is something I recently found out, and it makes sense. Pink actually like helps you to be like calm. Like, think of like pink little chubby cheeked babies, you know, and things like that. There's like psychological triggers, like when you see pink, that make you feel good. And so who doesn't want that? So we enjoy that benefit as well. Valentine's, like the actual physical cards that the kids give out, they're not going to be able to do that, pass them out in class like they did last year. So we signed up for a Valentine's Day exchange in one of our homeschool groups on Facebook. And so we have 11 families that were randomly selected for us from all over the United States. I think we have like West Virginia, Ohio, all over the place. Michigan, I think we've got, I want to say South Dakota. And so we have 11 families that we've created a Valentine for, and we're going to send those to them, and they're going to send Valentines to us. And that's kind of a cool thing. The kids are going to enjoy getting things from families that they don't know, and getting things from states that they've never been to. It'll be really exciting. So some of the Valentines that we made is, they just did a simple drawing on the front, and then inside we made this kind of 3D pop-up heart. They had fun learning how to do that. We also did some of these where they wrote on the front, and then we did this little pop-up heart with their hands. And then these were our favorite. We did these little monster cards. And so it's a little monster on the outside, and then when you open it up, his little tongue comes out. And he's got the little heart candy that says "Be Mine" in it. And so we thought those were really cute. So we've got those ready to send. We're also going to be making Valentines for Meals on Wheels, which delivers meals to people, elderly people or disabled people. We're going to be helping them to stuff some Valentines into those meals that are going to be delivered on Valentine's Day. And also the Alliance on Aging. We're going to be sending some there. Our 4-H group has arranged for that for us. So we're going to be dropping those off actually later this afternoon, so those can get packed inside. So we're really trying to just kind of focus on spreading that love through the Valentines. That kind of helps us with our third goal of spreading love and giving encouragement. And then we're also, for families in our neighborhood that we know, going to be making them a little Valentine's Day card. And we have, here on the 1/4 acre, 16 fruit trees. Yeah. Cherries, nectarines, apricots, Fuji apples, plums, 2 plums. We've got pears, we've got almonds, we've got oranges, we've got clementines. I mean, you name it. There's more, but I can't list them all right now. So right now our orange tree is going insane. We picked 200 oranges a couple weeks ago, and the tree is still full. So we're going to go ahead and, instead of giving chocolates, we're going to be giving oranges and Valentines to some of our neighbors, dropping those off on their porches. So that's what we're going to be doing for the Valentine's Day cards. The next is, I wanted to kind of walk through how I plan out what we're going to be learning that day, and what our Valentine's Day is actually going to look like. This year, Valentine's Day falls on a Sunday. Now, we're going to be taking the Friday before Valentine's Day off. And so we're going to go ahead and do school on Sunday. That's the beauty of homeschooling. You can play with your schedule like that. So on that day, let me get out my handy dandy planner and flip to February. We're almost there. I can't believe how quick January flew by. And I've got some things outlined here for us to do. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to talk about science. So for science, we have a local science workshop, And so they give out bags, and I've been holding on to these for a while because we've had other science projects to do. But they are these really cool little, I forget the term for them, flip stick and thaumatrope. So it's really cool. Let me see if you can see the deal there. So they'll get to draw like a little Valentine's Day picture. I think I'm going to have them draw Cupid on the little pieces of paper for a guided drawing, and that'll be part of our art lesson for the day. And they'll put them on the sticks and learn the physics and everything behind them, like moving, like the picture's moving. It'll be really exciting for them. They love little craft engineering kind of projects like that for science stuff. So we're going to do that for science. Let's see, for art, we are going to put together this little Minnie Mouse cookie house. My daughter got it for her birthday this past month, and I thought, oh my gosh, that is perfect. They love doing stuff like this, so this will be a great little art project for them. Let's see, as far as read-alouds, I have a ton of Valentine's Day books that I'm going to bring over in a minute that I'm going to leave out for the whole couple weeks leading up to Valentine's Day. But we're big Berenstain Bears fans in our house, so we've got the Berenstain Bears, and we've got a Winnie the Pooh Valentine book. These were just off of our shelf that we grabbed. Some friends gave them to us, and yeah, so we'll have these to read. We'll probably, when we do read aloud, take turns. So my 7-year-old will read a little bit, my 12-year-old will read a little bit, and I'll read probably a lot of it because they really enjoy listening to stories. And I'll probably read to them while they do other art projects and things like that. We like busy hands when we're listening to reading. I find it so difficult, even for me as an adult, to sit and listen to someone just talk and talk and talk and keep my hands still. I like to doodle or draw or write or do something creative, needlepoint, you name it. So we'll talk about math now. As I mentioned, I want to kind of focus on review. So for my daughter, she's well beyond this, but just reviewing addition facts, I love these little coloring pages. And I actually went in and changed, this wasn't Valentine's Day themed, but I went in and changed some of the colors on the computer. I just opened it up in Paint and swapped out brown for pink and things like that. So it'll come out a little bit more, festive in color for the day. But just reviewing the facts, because math facts review is everything. And then here's one for my son. And it's got some hidden hearts in there, and it's multiplication fact review, which is something that we all need to do every now and then, or it starts to slip. And then we move on to English. So I found some really cool freebies, and I'm going to link them in the description section, so look for those. The first set of freebies that I'm going to use for English, sorry, I want to grab them all, is from lifeabundantlyblog.com. And so I'm not using everything that they provided in their free downloadable PDF for Valentine's Day. I'm just using what I think will work well for my family. So we are using just a couple of their pieces here. The first is this sheet. You cut it in half, and on the top it has the Bible verse for the day, for Valentine's Day. We're probably going to work on this one all week. And then down here it's got a cute little song. If you've ever heard of 5 Little Pumpkins, it's 5 little hearts. And so that's going to be super cute. We're going to use those, that's going to be our music, the 5 Little Hearts song for my daughter, and then the Bible verse, 1 John 4:19. And then for my daughter, for handwriting, she's going to go ahead and copy the scripture and copy the hearts. And for English, we're going to do a little poetry tea time, so we'll have cookies and tea and all those fun snacks that are associated with the Valentine's Day party at school. Maybe we'll make cupcakes. And then it came with this awesome list of poems. So there's three or four different poems on here that we can share. And then I thought this was super, super cool. We're actually going to start our day with this. It's a neat scavenger hunt. So I'm going to have these items hidden around the house, and they're going to go ahead and find them. I love like the watercolor artwork on these, super cute. So once again, that was lifeabundantlyblog.com, and it's totally free, free printable PDF. And I'm going to save it for years to come so that I can reuse it and kind of reassess it each year, so I can see if any of the pages that I didn't use this year I can use in the future. And then the second freebie that I found is from the Rooted Childhood, and it's going to be linked down below as well. And they had so many cute pages in this. I knew I couldn't fit it all into one Valentine's Day. It would be just too much. So I'm going to utilize some of it in the future. But they had this great little story, The Last Valentine by Megan DeBrell. And so I printed that out. We'll read that. And then for a little craft, you have this awesome little spool gnome project. So like I said, I'm going to give you the link to the Rooted Childhood. You won't have to root around for it. It'll be right there in the description for this video. So we've got those. So that's going to cover our English. We're going to do read the poetry, do the scavenger hunt, read The Last Valentine's Day, and then we're also going to write our own Valentine's Day poem. So that'll work for that. We're going to do the gnome craft and the cookie house for art. For science, we've got science and art. We've got that little flippy moving picture project, and it explains all the science there, which is awesome. So I'll be able to just go ahead and open and read that. And then for history, we're going to go ahead and watch a YouTube video on the history of Valentine's Day geared towards kids. I love doing that on the holidays with the kids. The kids love to watch a video. It feels like extra screen time, and the really cool thing is it gives me a minute or a few minutes to go prep lunch or to clean up any mess at the table before we move on to the next craft or activity, and it's just a nice little break. So I might actually see if I can find 2 Valentine's Day educational, kind of one maybe for history and one maybe just a fun one that's got some kind of scientific or something, just to give myself some room to breathe. It's really important when you're scheduling a crazy fun day like Valentine's Day to remember to give yourself time to breathe. To remember that in the morning you need to pour that cup of coffee or tea or do whatever normal rituals you do that center you and prepare you for the day. And remember that things don't always work out. That Minnie Mouse house may crumble. The craft projects may not work. They may blow through the math worksheet in 2 seconds and be ready to move on to the next thing. And it's okay. Things don't need to go perfectly. I venture to guess that, you know, my teachers, when I was growing up, the Valentine's Day and holiday party days didn't go right as they planned off the lesson plan. Sometimes you just have to adjust. And sometimes it's okay to just say, you know what, it's a movie day. Because we all remember that from our public school education, that some days were movie days. Some days the teacher was done. And so there was an educational film and sometimes a not so educational film shown. So if Valentine's Day isn't your thing, don't feel like you have to go crazy. Throw some candy at them and let them watch a movie. And that should be fine. It'll be okay. We don't need to stress ourselves out over this. I enjoy all the planning and organization and looking things up online, but I know a lot of people don't. That's why I'm providing you links in the comment section below, and I hope that you'll comment and let me know, what are you doing for Valentine's Day? What have you done in the past? What are you planning to do this year share some tips. Someone reading might not have a plan yet, and they might adopt your plan to be their Valentine's Day plan. I hope that you found this informative, and I'm going to show you a little bit of my holiday decorations before we sign out for today. But I just want to say thank you so much for stopping by the Quarter Acre, and I hope that you'll consider subscribing or liking this video and sharing it with your friends. Have a great day.